Welcome to KETS sometimes if you're new. And if you're a long-time visitor, let yourself in. Did you like that one?
I like that. I don't know.
Let yourself in, keys under the doormat.
Yeah, what sort of visitors you are seeing from 9 to 5. Very interesting that, actually.
Try and mix it up.
Mix it up. Zip it up and zap it down. But yeah, welcome to one of Africa's leading podcasters. Podcasters, I was talking about myself. I meant to say KETS, the podcast.
Sure?
I know. It's competitive out here. No. Oh. Do your own promo.
Between the two of us.
if you want.
All right, I'll be updating my LinkedIn.
No, it is quite crazy as to where in the world we are charting. And I'm gonna pull it up now.
I love this game. When last did we look at it? Where were we charting? We were charting somewhere like Mauritius.
Yeah,
I believe Sam said, fuck Botswana.
I still feel that way about Botswana. So, interestingly enough, in the Ukraine, tough times seem to be lasting. I also saw that thing about Putin having cancer and everyone's like, woohoo. I was like, oh, still don't know how I feel about this celebrating things. Obviously, and apparently it's making him blind. And I was like, you didn't see this one come in. No, but in the Ukraine, we are number 25 in comedy interviews.
What?
I know.
Crazy.
Some say Zelensky listens daily. It's what keeps them going. I've heard that around town. Nigeria, we up into 11th.
That's so cool.
Kenya, 18th.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Wow.
Zimbabwe, we've always liked Zimbabwe. The breadbasket, the former breadbasket of Africa, as your history book would tell you. And here's when it starts to get real weird. Tanzania, Mauritius, we still love you, but you've stopped listening. We're not first anymore. Namibia, number 1, untouchable.
Number 1?
Untouchable.
Namibia.
Angola, number 2. Liberia, number 1. So Liberia, Angola, Namibia, Ukraine, war-torn. If you're going through conflict, get on KETS.
KETS, war-torn countries.
No, I just find that Gambia, 5th. It's crazy.
That's really interesting. And South Africa?
Is this a bit braggadocious? South Africa?
No, I think it is just interesting.
South Africa, 25th. Yeah. So we'll take that. Take it all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Well, the wank bank, if you will.
Okay. Well, anyways, thank you for tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from.
We hope the war's going all right where you live.
Okay. But yeah, we are back in the studio. I feel like we say that like twice a month.
What? But yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, no. I say that multiple times a day.
Yes, no.
I meant that we're back in the studio.
Yes, we had electricity problems. The city of Cape Town is a bag of dicks. Imagine I was a single mom raising the next Einstein. He wouldn't have gone to school that day. But instead you deprived South Africa and clearly the rest of the world of one of their favorite podcasts. Yeah. Certainly my favorite podcast. I say that with my chest. People say, what's your favorite podcast? I say, KETS sometimes. I say, isn't that your podcast? I say, yes, it is. This conversation's tiring.
Do you listen to the podcast?
I actually never say that. I say, it's a train wreck. If a friend's like, I want to listen, I'm like, please don't. Or it's just, okay, but don't tell me what you thought about it.
Okay, be honest with me.
Yeah.
Do you listen to our podcast in your free time?
Sometimes.
Me too.
KETS sometimes. No, really just sometimes because... Actually, I don't know why I listen to it sometimes.
I feel like I listen to it, I just want to hear my own voice.
Oh, wow. No, I always do it. Always do it. Okay. Make up your minds, people. You're sitting at home there, listening, laughing, giggling away. No, I mainly do it to check sound. It's it's a bit of everything. Like if you listen to yourself, sometimes it is funny, but sometimes I'm like, did I say that?
No, I also like listening back to it because we usually have a very good time listening or recording it. So when I listen back to it, I have a laugh again.
All right. Enough about us.
I just love sitting down with
and a bit more about us because you didn't ask for a weekend recap, but we'll give it to you. What did you get up to, Chloe Dog?
Exactly.
Anything exciting?
Lots of naps. I knew we were talking about anxiety last weekend. I had anxiety and I just took a nap to deal with it.
Napsiety.
Well, no napsiety because I
hate
napping.
Naps. The rule is as a child, when you have a nap, you wake up, problem's gone. As an adult, you go to a nap, problems times 2. It's often worse when I'm an angry napper.
That is factual.
I know. I said it.
That's factual.
But yeah, and I just got rained on. It was a wet and wild weekend. Spent outdoors, coaching, inspiring the next generation of good people.
It's true. You know, it's bad when your raincoat is so wet that you can't use it again.
Yes.
Sam was like, I have to go back out there, but I don't even have a raincoat.
Please, sir. But what survives all is the trusty K-way. You can see the K-way I'm in. I know. Envious glances. If you're watching with people, you've both taken out on your notes there. Yellow K-way. Look into that. And the truth is you won't be able to look into that. I'm rich. No, we actually got this as a discount. It was a discount, yeah. And Chloe bought it for me. And I truly can't take it off.
Yeah.
I've become the stereotype.
I know.
I just go everywhere with it. I went to a funeral the other day. They were like, wear black. I was like, black ain't comfy and stylish.
You went to a prize giving, didn't you, the other day?
Oh, literally a prize giving. The funeral was a joke. Not a prize giving. It was a Western Province ceremony. And everyone's in suits, dressed to the nines.
You guys have to see this photo. Literally every single other person in that room is in either a dark blue navy or black suit. And there is Sam in his bright yellow K-way.
And I had a beanie on as well. You know, when a beanie, I've already got a lot of stuff on my head. Thoughts, dreams. My hair, Chloe, damn it. And when you put a beanie on and it's cold, it like melts onto your head. You forget it's on you. You know what I'm saying? When you're like wearing glasses and you take glasses off and you still feel like...
Yeah, got you.
Okay, well, why were you shaking your head? And anyway, so I go up there. I actually look like the sexiest homeless man alive at this prize giving. Because of the beanie. The K-way made me look fly. But it was embarrassing. Like 5 people phoned me after that. People I hadn't spoken to. They're like, I saw you at the Western Province capping ceremony. Didn't you get the dress code? And I was like, I actually didn't. But
actually, I chose to show up in style.
Yeah, the fun. Someone was like, you got such a cool sense of fashion. I was like, that's great. But it's not me. I didn't know.
We forgot to mention that the reason why Sam didn't even have a suit with him, because he does own a suit, is because he was at my house. If you guys remember when Sam's roommate Alex had COVID, then he had to be at my house. So you had to wear my dad's jeans, the K-way.
Yeah.
But you look good.
You've heard of mom's jeans. I bring you dad's jeans.
Literally.
Oh, boyfriend jeans. It's all happening.
Father-in-law jeans.
If your dad is your boyfriend, well, you should call someone. Anyway, we got to give you an overview of what's going to happen in the episode. Oh, yes.
Give us a rundown.
Because we want a bit of local. Local is lekker. Except fucking people that say that. Like, I think it's one of the most cringe things. Local is lekker. I don't want your bath soap. Okay. Get away. No, local is lekker though. And so we're going to, we heartwarming stories, corruption, politics, we do it all. Bit of global news. Then we've got a bit of pitter-patter. You know what the pitter-patter is? It's bullshit. But bullshit we like talking about.
Exactly.
It gets the people going.
It does.
Someone wrote on TikTok, please stop. No one likes this. The video had 10,000 likes.
Yeah.
That's 10,000 people.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. And then someone made a video defending our honor. I was like, I like this video on TikTok. And then they tried to talk to us. I was like, this is too much.
I didn't even see that. What the heck?
No, I'm joking. They haven't tried to talk to us. I just thought they defended our honor and I liked it.
Yeah. No, thank you. Appreciate it. I will admit that hate comment got to me because it actually seemed like kind of thought out. Like it was like, guys, no one likes this. Look at it. It's only got so many views, so many comments, and so many likes. And I was like, okay, damn.
Well, people do like us. So take that.
True.
This person needs to go live in a war-torn country to appreciate KETS more. But what we want to chat about is food.
Hard-hitting journalism?
Journalism.
Yeah.
We actually had the first time we had a KETS meeting. We had the writing staff. We got some outsiders in. My roommate, he was swinging for the fences, and he did well. But one thing we came up, food in South Africa.
South Africans love food.
We do, but because of the rise of delivery apps and taste buds, fast food is fast developing.
I see what you did there.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Tremendously. No, that's not quickly. But fast food is becoming this massive thing. And Business Tech did this big article where they dive into the nutritional data around fast food. Because, like a pack of food, you get it and you go, this might kill me if I consume too much.
Yeah.
And it's got all the scary sounding things in it.
Yeah.
But when you go to McDonald's, you go, hey, a chip's a chip.
Yeah.
Tasty. And it doesn't. You don't really have the nutritional data or the calories.
Can I speak to this quick sticks? Is
that a fast food joke?
Quick sticks. So I went to Steers on the weekend. We went to go get Steers. And in the States, they've got on like the menus as you walk in, how many calories or whatever is in what you're going to eat. But in South Africa, we don't have that.
Well, they're blind in America. They seem to consume fast food without the fear of calories.
I walk in and I look up and every single thing on the menu tells you exactly how many calories are in it. And I was like, I don't feel like those large chips anymore.
How many calories in the large?
5,000 calories.
Yeah,
in a packet of
it's
chips.
terrifying.
Anyway, so tell us, what is it? The worst fast foods?
Well, no, it's
South
not the worst fast. So like, they try to back up their findings by chatting to Chicken Licken, muchachos, Panarottis, Rocamamas, pizza, and they just didn't get back to them. They were like, nah, it's carte blanche or nothing. You're coming running after us with a microphone or you're not getting anything.
It probably wouldn't be great for their public image.
No, but the argument is that you have to do it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like the law.
Okay.
And so where do you think, because there's interesting to see where, you know, where the calories come in from.
Okay.
They're coming in from everywhere. Where do you
all over.
where do you where would you hazard a guess? Which fast food restaurant do you think has the worst?
The most out of anything you can get in South Africa. McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Maybe? Miskin? Does it have to be a South African company or can it be McDonald's? I'm guessing McDonald's. Okay, I'm going to stick with that.
Okay, well, it's not McDonald's. It's not any of these because they all market themselves differently, which I find terrifying. Oh. But like, so KFC, they do it per chicken piece, rather. Okay. So no one's just having one piece of chicken. You're getting your fingers real greasy in that bucket, that little love bucket that you've ordered.
Those family share just for you.
Exactly, family. I am a family of thoughts. But so they all come. So the worst it gets up to is 10,000 calories.
Honestly, that's completely doable. Calories or kilojoules?
Calories. Oh, kilojoules.
I was like, calories, that is obscene. Kilojoules, that's doable. That's like a big burger and a big chips.
But
100%.
So one meal takes up 10,000 kilojoules, but how many kilojoules are you supposed to have a day? 8,000
for women.
Exactly. So 1 meal, you're above your rate of consumption.
Crazy.
So South Africa, look in the mirror and you do what you want, actually.
I'm just going to keep supporting Uber Eats. What's your favorite thing from KFC? I used to love the Streetwise meal.
Oh, I love a wrap.
The Twister.
The Twister and Zinger wings.
Honestly, it's so worth it. It's so delicious. Just anything in moderation is okay.
Except even if you have it in moderation, because of the thousands of kilojoules, it's not in moderation.
It is in moderation.
I'm Derek Watson. Welcome to Carte Blanche.
You know, it's like those like old British documentaries which are like, are food in South Africa making people fat? Let's find out.
Fatty, bad.
Fatty, bad.
Well, the answer is yes. There's not much research that needs to be done. It's not good.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean...
We move.
We move
slowly because of diabetes. But speaking of change, I read the worst article I've ever read in my life. And I thought we have to go through it on KETS because it was embarrassing. I was like, how is this news? And then, of course, I thought if we speak about it and I say, how is this news? And we speak about it, it's contradictory. Welcome to life, everyone. We're all just fucking walking contradictions, trying to have a good time. But it's about Mark Buckner. And for those of you who don't know who Mark Buckner is, I think you're in the majority of South Africans. But he was the Bachelor.
Okay.
So
how long, like recently?
Chloe, I don't watch The Bachelor. Don't ask me questions. Don't do gotcha journalism on me. Christ. But so the headline is, it's time for change. The Bachelor's Mark Buckner on why he wants to leave South Africa. So everyone's like, Eskom, petrol, Perth, So after being stuck at home for 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Bachelor essays Mark Buckner can't resist his wanderlust anymore. That first line had me. I was like,
wanderlust.
Who is this writer? They're a genius. Anyway, so he's basically just talking about how he wants to go and model. And then he says, after a tough 2 years, it's time for change. So I was like, a bit boring, guys. Spice it up. Oh, and oh boy, did they spice it up. Last year, he split from Marisia van Wyk. For some reason, they felt the need to include her age, 27, whom he met on the second season of The Bachelor SA. Okay. The couple got together when he gave her his final rose. Apparently, that's the thing. On the hit dating show. They broke up. After dating on and off for about 2 years.
Are we surprised?
He stopped giving me roses.
Babe, I can't afford it anymore. Well, these roses are so expensive.
That feels like a weird conversation to have.
Okay. Yeah. They are expensive though.
So they broke up after dating on and off for about 2 years. But just as he was healing from the hurt, Mark was dealt another blow when his beloved dog Luna died earlier this year. I mean, come on. What? Now he wants to put the pain of the past 2 years behind him. Guys, who what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I don't know.
How did this article even come about? It's like a whole lot of nothing. Is he very famous?
Welcome to KETS, but he's from The Bachelor. I mean, I think maybe, but
shame. It sounds like he's just, he's had a bad year and he needs to quench his wanderlust and just get out of here.
Yeah, they asked what when you leave, what's going to happen? Yeah. Who's going to be the most eligible bachelor? He clearly doesn't have a sense of humor because he says, I'll still be coming back home. Thanks, Mark. The country really needed that. We couldn't believe it. We weren't sure what we'd do without our most eligible bachelor. But the best part is also with the big 4-0 fast approaching. So he's obviously 40 or turning 40. No, he's been making sweeping changes to his lifestyle.
Is this the same article?
Same article. Absolutely. He goes, I grew my hair out because I crave change.
No.
I mean, it will change your life having long hair, but his hair is still very short, by the way. And the last thing he says is that he has made his mom move in to look after his dog. She's left Durban.
What the hell?
I know.
What? This guy seems about as... I don't know. He doesn't seem very interesting.
That was another interesting analogy from Chloë Melville.
I was going to say as dry as a cracker. But
he is a cracker. But no. And I just thought, and this is like what we do. We comb through news stories. We try and see like, what's interesting? What are we going to have a little chinwag about? And this was like front page online news. And I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I know that we say that we are hard-hitting journalism. But like... surely that is meant to be News 24, hard-hitting journalism. They're covering stuff like this. Oh.
It's a joke. And speaking of jokes, one of South Africa's best jokes, UNISA. I mean, if you're at UNISA, condolences, keep working hard. You're going to be there.
We were all kind of at UNISA for 2 years.
I know. UNISA predicted COVID and they did really well, but they don't do really well at teaching their students. So that's where the problem is. No, it was a joke for a long time. Everyone was like, ha ha ha, UNISA. And then the accreditation for like the accounting board and a few other... we're like, guys, things have to get better. We've seen the memes. The accounting program has to improve.
This is not so good for our public image.
No, not at all. But again, I think it is the biggest university in South Africa.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like unlimited with the amount of people that they can...
It's a Vodacom data plan. Whatever you want. No, it is. And they do good. Well, they're poking fun at old UNISA. It's a bit like bullying your little brother, your little dumb brother. Not saying no. Like I've said many times on the podcast, very proud of my brother. He's an intelligent chap. You know what I mean? It feels like an unfair fight when they're actually doing good work.
Well, maybe subpar work. It seems from your analysis. You've just said how shit they are. And now you're like, but they're doing good work though.
And it's changed lives. So it's tough to tell what to do with UNISA.
Yeah.
Like so many things, deeply complex.
Yeah.
Not the test though. Those are quite easy there. No, we're only teasing you, UNISA. Come on, develop a sense of humor.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe 5 to 10 years accreditation.
But what happened with accreditation? Were they just...
No, I don't know. They just pull your socks up. They treated it like a white celebrity on Twitter. Come back. We forgive you, but do better. So
Yeah. Fair.
I hope it does do better.
Yeah.
We never know with these things.
We
Sometimes people never come back from some bad press.
Also in bad press, DSTV. What's happening with DSTV?
Well, DSTV is fantastic.
DSTV.
DSTV is the only reason... Well, no. Let me take this back. Supersport is the only reason DSTV is successful.
I actually 100% agree with that. And I don't even watch that much sport.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, watch Showmax. Oh, shut up. But no, DSTV is literally been kept alive by Supersport. And Supersport does really good work. But interestingly enough, the ANC have started to draft this bill that prevents the sole, what's it called? The exclusive rights to say...
To Supersport.
No, to national sporting events like the Springboks playing or...
Got you.
So they when the Springboks play, I think as it currently stands, many South Africans quite literally can't afford to watch it because Supersport and DSTV have the exclusive rights to that content. Obviously, it's a lot of money. They pay a lot of money for it. And so this is where you go, oh, come on, of course. You're still going to make tons of money with Supersport, but you've got to let companies like the SABC in, even though they will try their best to fuck it up so that South Africans can watch sport.
Yeah.
It's a big no-brainer for me.
Yeah. But what does that mean for DSTV?
I don't think they'll lose lots of money.
You don't? If sports are keeping them alive and people can get it other places for cheaper, don't you think
but
DSTV?
The quality of SABC is... you've clearly nenever watched anything on SABC.
No, I have.
Sports. It's like... It's not HD. I know that sounds like a... it's a subpar product. So yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, got you.
The DSTV or Supersport doesn't cater to the base South African struggling to make ends meet. It's a more sort of middle class, upper class product. So I don't think they're going to lose too many people. Just the way Sam sees it.
Just
remember
the way
Glee?
that Sam sees it.
And that's the way Sue sees it. She was a cultural icon.
The grip that Glee had on all of our lives
I know.
for 3-4 years, honestly.
Will Schuster could just twirl his way in and out. God, he was something else.
No, his dancing...
He was a cautionary tale. They all were. One's dead. One's a pervert who's also dead. So that's
Another
two dead.
one's dead.
The guy in a wheelchair is not even disabled. I mean, we were lied to a lot by the Glee cast.
Yeah.
Artie Abrams.
The way that Will Schuster dances gives me anxiety.
Good anxiety, though, because you want to know what's coming next.
Yeah.
I love a Schuster spin. It reminds me of like a less good-looking Justin Timberlake, but also far less apologetic as well. He knows who he is.
Okay, yeah.
Will Schuster knows who he is.
Fair. Yo, Glee. My goodness. And I used to have the Now 35 or whatever, but it would be just a whole CD full of the Now
Glee
35 songs sung by Leah Michelle, essentially.
God.
You know what I mean? It is.
And apparently she's a raging bitch.
I know.
Yeah, so it's not
but
good.
I mean, that's honestly not that hard to believe. The character that she plays is pretty annoying.
You were too good at the acting. Glee. And that's what you missed on KETS. And what we have missed out is the census. No one's talking about this. All these friend groups I have, or people, or kids I interact with on a daily basis. No one's got the census on the tip of their tongues.
Really? At UCT, all the lecturers are like, "Have you been counted? Have you been counted?"
You see, it's a higher. You see, no one at UNISA is asking these questions.
In my stats lecture, I say stats lecture, but not really a stats lecture. They're like, you know how important census are, for you to be counted. Have you been counted?
Well, I mean, I suppose that makes sense because those are the people that are, employed.
Have you been counted?
I haven't. This sounds terrible. I started my census thing. The questions were complicated. They were asking me about television. I said, make this sexier, make this more fun, or I'm not doing it. But then someone said it affects national and provincial budgets and what the government can spend. And I was like, oh, okay, well, not sexier, but seems more, I must do it.
Yeah, I think there's one question. It's Do you have a refrigerator, which almost seems like they're leading to a... Is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it.
No, it's not running. It's load shedding, bitch.
But, I mean, I think we actually talked about this in a previous episode.
Have you been counted?
Yes, but by my parents. That's why I'm saying I'm having deja vu. Like, I feel like we've talked about this, and then you roasted
I wasn't
me
listening, to be
because
honest.
my parents counted me.
It's ringing bells.
I've done my job. I've been counted, so...
I don't know.
Why do you seem so depressed about the census? It's like literally like...
Did you fill in the form, online form?
Didn't have to. I was going to. My dad said not to worry, babe.
It's too boring. And it just makes me think like, sensei? Sensei. They're weird. That's weird as shit. Remember when it used to be scary? Hey, you know, you'd be in the southern suburbs there with your high walls and ding dong. Hi, I'm here to do the census. You're like, I don't recognize you. Mom, and then mom comes to the door. I don't recognize you. And I'm like, what are you? They're like, okay, we'll do the census over the wall. And it's this poor guy asking questions. And it's like, in South Africa, you don't trust anyone, baby.
Absolutely.
Not even the guy who's there to do the census.
Fair enough, honestly.
I feel it's quite sad.
Church bells.
Church bells at 7. Census. 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 Have you done your census? Or does the census do you? You're like stripper from Mavericks, I think. The latter. Oh well.
But now bringing it into some more global news around the world. Worldwide.
Dale.
We had the UEFA Champions League. I actually watched half of it and didn't fall asleep.
Okay, here's my next question, follow-up. Okay, so you've got off to a strong start. What is the UEFA Champions League?
It's a League of Champions.
That's also true.
I think that's their slogan.
The champion! No, you're right. But which teams compete in it?
All over. Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester, Tottenham, Manchester City.
And which big African teams?
Big African teams in the Champions League. Oh, I don't know.
So African champions wouldn't be in the Champions League?
I think it's only like British, isn't it?
Oh, you really think that? In the world we live in now, when people take a knee before every game to celebrate and expel racism.
Are there teams from Africa who compete?
All of the ones.
In the world?
It's the Champions League.
Oh, interesting.
Would you like to apologize to the KETS listeners?
No. I own my truth. I know that I don't know sport.
Well, you're boring. No, you are of course right. So there are no African teams.
No, what the hell?
Actually, there might be one from Egypt. I don't think so though.
You suck, honestly.
No, they definitely aren't. It's European.
So exactly, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Tottenham and all.
Tottenham, yeah.
But I saw this funny meme, and it was about Camille Cabello, and it's like her busy singing. Well, like, I mean, it's not funny, but it is kind of funny.
Oh, for reference, she sang at the...
I'm gonna like contextualize. She sang whilst fans were getting tear gassed outside of the stadium. So she's busy singing.
But you haven't contextualized because she performed at the Champions League final. Yes.
So she's busy singing inside the stadium while like fans are getting tear gassed outside of it. It's just too terrible.
I don't know. It was a administrative sort of big fuck up. Players that had given tickets out to their friends and family had said they were fake. The final started late. It was a mess. I mean, the French.
Like 40
the
minutes
French
in.
are not a good people. That's how I feel about France. I don't trust them.
Croissant?
Okay, actually no. If you're chatting baked goods, they're up there.
Gluten-free baked goods.
Oh, you see they fall short.
Yeah. No, but I just thought like shame. I mean, like you buy a ticket, it turns out to be fake. That's already one blow, and then you get tear gassed. Like, come on, like it's just too much.
Yeah, I've always thought this like singing at like Camille Cabello singing, or it was the first time I heard of Dua Lipa though, when she performed at the Champions League years ago. And so maybe there are some merits to this performance, but I suppose like people are there for the soccer. It's never going to be that sort of NFL halftime show because it's not America. But she lost the plot on Twitter and was like quoted by saying, "Very rude, but whatever. I'm glad you guys loved it." And she's talking about how the soccer supporters were singing like anthems and team songs and that while she was singing, and she's like, playing back our performance, I can't believe people were singing their team anthems so loud during our performance. Like, my team and I worked tirelessly for so long to bring the right vibes and give a good show. You know which other two teams worked very hard? Liverpool and Real Madrid. This is not about you. This is what I hate about everyone, especially Camila Cabello.
Also, babe, it's a football match.
It's not about you.
People aren't there to see you. Like, they're just not.
Which girl band was she from?
Fifth Harmony.
Oh my God, the worst of all time. I mean, even when you said that, I was like, if you asked me 2 seconds later from now, was it?
What band?
What band? Exactly. But yeah, the tear gassing, that's not a good time.
Definitely not. And
Hot take, they should have tear gassed Camila Cabello.
Maybe.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah, shame. And then they were like, I saw this video and then there's this kid. And then I think there's a police officer who now feels bad for tear gassing a child, obviously.
Wouldn't happen in South Africa.
And dark humor. And he's now like trying to like comfort this kid that he's just tear gassed. And I was like, this is just too terrible. Like, this poor kid was just there to see his heroes play soccer.
Yeah.
And now he can't even see.
And then he probably was supporting Liverpool and I must cry after the tear gas. It's it's not good.
It's
not good at all.
And, on the topic of celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
So recently, I've seen it on TikTok everywhere. It's Millie Bobby Brown, and she's had this like massive glow up. Like, all of a sudden, she's hot. I can say that now because she's 18. But I think she was on Jimmy Fallon.
I also think you can say it as a woman. It's less creepy.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. That's how I feel.
I'm not about to get caught out.
Being broken down by society as a white man. Rest assured, guys, we're coming back. 2025. I've predicted a big year for the male. The white male.
I predict these things.
Okay,
but anyway, so she's got this like really fitted, like, she looks beautiful, this purple outfit, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like, I completely forgot about Millie Bobby Brown.
Where's she from?
Oh, Stranger Things.
Oh, I haven't watched that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Proceed.
She's the bald one who's like nose is bleeding. Yeah, like the glow up, guys.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And Stranger Things, I think 4 has just come out. Whatever. But I saw in the news recently that she's now got this stalker that's after her. And I just thought, can she not get a break with creepy men? This poor girl.
She's got a history. I only know Millie Bobby Brown. This is like talking about sports. That actor celebrity. No, because of Drake.
Yes.
And Drake like messaging her, and they're like, "What's your relationship with Drake?" And she's like, "Oh, he helps me with advice about boys." I'm like, God, that's disgusting.
I know, and he's like 30 something.
Champagne puppy, come on, be a puppy for your own child, and like leave like young girls alone.
I know, and she was like 15 then.
Yeah.
So anyway, this poor girl, she's got this like 26-year-old stalker after her. She's had Drake, whatever. But I was also thinking like. Drake, I feel like Drake kind of got off kind of easy with that, but he also used to message Billie Eilish.
But you've screenshotted Drake talking to Millie Bobby Brown, and it's so funny because he's like, "Is this in real life?" And she's like, "Of course, silly." And then he writes, "What's going to happen in season 4?" And you're like, he's like, "Drake, I can't tell you." And then he's like, "Please." I mean, that's probably fake, but Drake the type of guy to, please. Oh, I wish we had done this years ago when that was trending. Those Drake the type of guy memes, they had a hold on my life.
They had a hold on your life like last month. You still send them to your friends.
Yes.
Drake the type of guy to your...
Well, you gotta come up with one. You can't say everyone was listening. Drake the type of guy. Okay, next.
Drake the type of guy to say whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, well, I seen it. But
it's old, yeah. But flip, man.
You said he texted Billie Eilish.
Yeah, so apparently he used to text Billie Eilish, and she was underage, allegedly. There's just been
Aubrey is a weird thing, I tell you that much.
But get this. So when she turned 18, little like nice post, 18 tomorrow, yes queen. He's in the comments and he goes, "I'll be in waiting." And there's a little like,
that
like those like
face
panting emojis. I'll be in waiting. Yeah, no, it's bad.
I don't know. Reading the other comments, I think you've done Drake dirty here, because someone wrote, I got goosebumps, and another person wrote crazy. So she probably released music with it.
I don't know.
Drake's the type of guy to be made out to be the type of guy to message young people. But no, enough of that pitter-patter, as we called it. I wanted to do African news. And when I type in African news, Google's suggested searches, they be wild. So the first one when you type in African news is you get, has Africa improved? And what would you say to that question, Chloe? Has Africa improved?
Yes and no.
Good answer. Safe. What African country is best?
South Africa.
No, boring. You know that ain't true. Honestly, what would you put forward if you had to bet your life?
Maybe Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
like
probably like our Los Angeles.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Hollywood.
Not okay. Well, there we go. You make a good point.
Yeah.
What is Africa famous for? What's going on in Africa? What is the nickname of Africa? What? Will Africa be a superpower? These are clearly just all Americans. Like, which African country is rich? So it's something else.
This is just so weird.
The internet is a bizarre place.
It is.
Most of the action's pornography. That's a fact.
How much?
I don't have the exact numbers, but it's a fact.
I'm actually quite intrigued. How much of the internet is pornography?
Careful with what you type into that computer.
What do you think? What's your guess?
60%.
No.
Of internet searches for pornography.
You guys ready for this? The one.
No, sorry, I changed it. 69%.
It's 37% of internet is made up of pornographic material. That was in 2013, so...
The numbers are up post-COVID, during COVID, and pre-COVID. No, that's scary.
But that's like a third of anything you can find on the internet will be porn.
Can confirm. It's rough out there. It's the streets.
It's crazy.
But we also have to do the question of the week. And the question of the week, I did some research. Who is Cyril Ramaphosa? Because we know he's the presidente. That's fact number one. I just wanted to make sure everyone was on board. So that's fact number one. Fact number two, Cyril Ramaphosa has a net worth of $550 million. I'll do the conversion for you. That's 9.1 billion rand.
No way.
So for all those
What?
Billionaires should end poverty. What's Elon Musk doing? Hey, brother Cyril, what's happening here?
9.1 billion rand.
Yeah. It's a bit of a cruel joke that the president of South Africa, one of the most unequal countries in the world, is a billionaire.
Yeah.
God's laughing.
Yo.
Maybe not. God doesn't exist. But yeah. And the third and final one, and it's going to be, and after this you'll have a full picture. You'll know exactly who Cyril is. But in 2011, Ramaphosa once bought 145 McDonald's. We spoke about fast food? Segway? Yeah. So he bought 145 McDonald's.
Yeah.
There are only just over 300.
In Africa.
In South Africa.
In South Africa.
So there's a Chloe, come on. So there's a very high chance that if you went to McDonald's, well, there's a 50% chance that if you've been to McDonald's in your life before, that was for Daddy Cyril.
Cyril was probably there.
He was making that money and then, had to sell it to vice president and president.
What the hell? Why?
Crazy, hey?
But why though?
It's gross. Owning that much stuff is gross.
Yeah. But also, he a rich bitch.
I'd like to be a billionaire as well. So then when I am one, the conversation will be different.
Would being a billionaire change you?
Absolutely. We most certainly wouldn't date. I would just have an entourage. Kind of like Dan Bilzerian, but in real life.
Oh, I hate Dan Bilzerian. No.
That would be the bit. It's like, everyone's like, I want to be like Dan Bilzerian. What, like a broke has-been masquerades as like a military person, but actually just hires sex workers to hang around him. I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Yo, that's true.
And he's involved in basically every con there. I'm surprised that he wasn't an investor in Fire Festival. He probably was. It's undisclosed.
He's probably like the mastermind behind it.
We got to speak about that. Speaking about the Fire Festival.
Yeah?
Rocking the Daisies 2022. Are you excited about it?
Hasn't it happened?
No.
Really?
It's always Daisies is always in October, end of October.
Are we going? Did you get us tickets?
No, this is not a surprise reveal. There are no tickets. I don't know if I can listen to people have anonymous but disgusting sex in the tent next to me whilst I rock myself to sleep and the techno music blasting. I sound like an old person with the techno music blasting.
I've never been to Rocking the Daisies. I'd love to go.
It's a must. I think we must.
Next year. Not this
2025, when the white man is back in power. No, whoa, that came out wrong. Back in fashion. What can you do, huh? We've changed the segment to You've Got Toast. Post toast. There we go. So it's DMs from KETS loyalists.
I love these. I really do.
Okay, what's the first question? What you got?
Okay, the first one's from Greg Cohen. He's a loyal
I thought we were going to say
toaster.
You don't read the whole name because then they're not anonymous. You read the first name so they know that they're being mentioned.
Okay, scratch that. Forget what I just said.
So Greg.
I did the Men in Black. Memory's gone. Greg says, wheels coming off Bishop's support train?
Well, that's a good... If there's one thing you know from listening about KETS is I'm a fan of Bishops. I don't think the wheels are coming off. I think this Bishop's first rugby team, is what we're talking about, have overperformed, and now they're kind of settling down more to a realistic level. Like, people don't beat Paul Boys. I know Rondebosch did. That's unbelievable. But Boys High, you don't... English schools or southern suburb schools, they don't beat these teams. It's not... God's plan was Afrikaans schools win the rugby.
They're just so much bigger.
They are.
Like
but
the
the Bishop's team is good. And they're a very good rugby school as well. But they just don't, it's not like Boys High.
Yeah. Also, the support train can't be dying down because Sam has now gotten himself
A Bishop's
supporter jersey.
Well, it's actually
that he
just a
goes to
cricket jersey.
sleep in. He wakes up in. He watches the rugby in. He cleans the house in. He cooks in.
Fake news, I don't clean. Anyway.
So it's not dying.
Then we've got Ben who wrote, wearing Doc Martens to work at a vegan restaurant is a bit like wearing a fur coat to work a shift at the SPCA. Whilst comical, Ben, that is not a question.
I did say musings as well.
My bad.
I said
Hand
questions, musings, or hot takes.
No.
Give it
Terrible,
a
Chloe. Why would you give them such power? But yeah, that is, it's contradictory. Do check out We Cafe though, on Clove Street.
Exactly.
Julia, the Queen's Jubilee, again, not really a musing, a question or anything you suggested.
Queen's Jubilee, question mark? What are our thoughts?
Not interested.
Even me. I don't get the fascination.
Sorry, Julia. And then Kieran writes, well, there are not too many Kierans in the world, so working out. Veyas are the new Birkenstocks.
True.
More exclusive.
More exclusive, more expensive.
Exactly. But
like, you're just as edgy, if not edgier.
Exclusive meets expensive. It's a real thing.
True.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
I mean, I don't have a pair.
Me neither. Well, you tried to get me a pair and you couldn't do it because you weren't cool enough. They wouldn't let you.
Okay. And then Indy wants to know.
No, that's not his name.
Well, I'm reading the first name. I'm reading the first, so we don't give it away. But anyways.
I hope he's not listening to this. His name is Indy.
Andrew.
No, it isn't.
He says...
it's his Instagram username.
Yes.
We'll power through this.
Okay. Keen to know where the line of commentary comes in. Is this show a form of art?
Maybe he deserved to be called Indy. Have you not been watching week in, week out? The paintbrushes are out. The mics are hot. And we be swanging for the fences. Yeah, this is art. KETS is art.
I think maybe what he means is that, is it commentary like art is commentary?
I don't know. Even your question is art. It's a wonderful thing about life.
Thanks, Indy.
Please stop calling it that. It's killing me. And then Nikki and Jasmine both want to know why Chloe is so hot.
A question we've all been asking.
I know.
No, not really.
It's plastic surgery. It'll change your life. You need money, though. You need money.
Okay, Sammy, are you ready for some overrated, underrated?
Before we get out of here, let's do it.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? The Colonel from KFC.
Seems racist. I'm just gonna lead with that. Somehow, Kentucky and chicken from the South, and he looks like a bad dude, but he's overrated. But he's underrated because of them spices, and because some people call him Colonel, and that's when you know that's a funny person. So he's a bit of both.
Colonel. Okay, overrated or underrated? Drake.
Drake underrated with bangers like Marvin's Room. Cups of the X. Highly overrated when it comes to DMing Millie Bobby Brown and other young teens.
Overrated when it comes
I'm Derek
to...
Watson and you're watching Coplon.
Overrated or underrated? Football.
Overrated. In South Africa, we have so many better sports. Honestly.
That's true.
Honestly, I cannot, and people say, so don't watch. And I get that because when people comment negative stuff about KETS, I'm like, hey, don't watch. So I get it. I really do. I understand that whole line of argument. I can't stand to watch simulation is what they call it, but when players pretend to be injured or hurt, when we've got access to high level rugby, when it's everyone pretending not to be hurt. It's just I've never really I'll watch it. I'll Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. I'll chat to people about it because I like talking to people, but I've got close to zero interest in football.
Fair enough. And then the last one, overrated or underrated? Birkenstocks.
Unfortunately, it's just how it goes. They're overrated now because everyone has them. They were underrated when they were the Jesus Creeper 3000 and people were like, damn, that's a statement. Now it's like, nah. And I mean, I say this only in a pair. I'm a bit disappointed in myself. I don't know, a bit herd mentality. Now it's about having, those shoes that look like they have grooves, like they look like gloves. That's the new thing, because that's going to be big in a couple of years. Clip it. We'll laugh at those freaks in the forest now.
There's on it.
It's the forest hubbly bubbly hitting the lungs there. But they'll be big. Those foot sandals, they'll be big. Just watch.
Oh, you mean like Chacos?
I don't know what that is, but you know what I mean.
I've been saying that they're cool. My claim to fame is that I was wearing Birkenstocks in 2015.
That is pretty cool.
So.
That is pretty cool.
But that's it. That's the show.
That is it.
Zip it up and zap it down.
As Pavarotti once said, time to say goodbye. It is to sometimes.